The power of story. My granddad once told me that the gift of story is priceless, living long in the child well after the book is read or the story is told. And gosh, was he right. I'm Jennifer Sharp, global publisher who creates, along with my A-team, books from the heart with soul, passion and purpose. The purpose of this masterclass is to give you some knowledge of the publishing process and what success producing a book can bring you when you decide to invest in yourself and your story. Daisy Lane was my first publishing press, thanks to my granddad who shared with me as a little girl his passion for story and taught me the value and power of storytelling. Daisy Lane prides itself on producing stories in support of inclusion, diversity, disability, belonging, and supporting those creatives who want to see a kinder, more gentle, yet powerful world. We are also bringing forth a children's magazine, Inspiring Minds, Learning Through Story, an innovative children's magazine designed specifically for primary school students. This unique publication offers a dynamic platform that empowers young learners to explore complex global topics through their own perspectives, with the philosophy of magic and wonder, creating a world where children lead. Soul Essence Global is a hub of creativity and innovation, dedicated to publishing extraordinary books that challenge our hearts and minds with the purpose of inspiring change, creating global legacy and impact every single day. With our exclusive 90 Days to Publish service, we guide you seamlessly through the entire process of publishing, from idea to holding your dream book in your hands. My team worked tirelessly to infuse each book with heart, passion, and purpose every step of the way. Our annual leadership retreat offers you a transformative experience in unique locations across the globe, elevating you to new heights, both personally and professionally. Let me share with you some beautiful success stories. Here we have the gorgeous Belinda Cipriano, journalist, MC, TV presenter and author. When Belinda published her first story with us, Constance and Madeline's Seaside Adventure, she did so simply to honour her grandmother and her grandmother's hometown of Madeira in Portugal. Belinda also shared her story with the local community when she visited Madeira the same year. We produced Belinda's second story, Frankie and His Fantabulous Football, to honour her father, who was a soccer player and travelled the globe playing. Now, here is the beautiful thing. What we didn't know is in the second year of publication of Constance and Madeline's Seaside Adventure, Belinda was offered the position of Australian ambassador to Portugal and Madeira for 4 years. And we have recently celebrated another 4 years being granted to her. 8 years as ambassador for writing to honour her family to ambassadorship. An amazing accomplishment. And here we have the amazing Karen Hendricks. We have been honoured to have Karen come to us several times with her stories for publication, with Home being written as a true story about her mother, who was forced to leave her home and migrate to Australia when she was young. It now sits in the Refugee of Australian Council bookshop. Home is also a Gold Award winner, and Our Shell Harbour, Karen's latest book, is also currently having major success and is gifting her, not only sharing her story, Our Shell Harbour being her hometown, but also bringing her many more network and speaking events. And the gorgeous Michelle Worthington. Michelle is an author, screenwriter, actress, producer, international keynote speaker, and has won several awards for her writing, both here in Australia and internationally. I have been so privileged to bring 8 stories to life with her. The Mouse trilogy are exceptional stories written for the early years children, and the illustrator was chosen as her style is gentle and calming for the neurodiverse child, which is what we were aiming for. The Mouse stories have done particularly well in the US, and Michelle visits schools in New York each year with them. We are currently having the books produced as A3 size, and these will be added into school packs going to the Solomon Islands in 2025. And here we have the gorgeous Sarah Sergi from the UK and her amazing picture book, The Heavy Bag. What's so amazing about it? It has to date been translated into 16 languages, has been endorsed by UNICEF, is used in school programs across Germany and the UK, and is also endorsed by Australian charity Feel the Magic to be used in their grief camps. This is 100% amazing, considering Sarah wrote the story and self-published it during COVID to support her youngest child in understanding feelings she hadn't felt before when she lost a grandparent. And just a few more success stories. Michael wrote his story when he was thrown into the role of both dad and mum when his daughter was little. His book talks about how difficult he found this and how he was often judged as a dad with a daughter, those male-female scenarios and all that comes with it. Consequently, his book made it all the way to Parliament, where he challenged some parenting objectives. And, you guessed it, some rules and guidelines were changed because of his insights. Skylar's book is actually a book of poetry. It's deep and dark, but also offers hope to the reader. Much money has been raised through sales in support of mental health and the like, thanks to Skylar and her work. Our Australian Heart, a book initially produced to celebrate our talented illustrators in Australia. We were always going to give a percentage of sales to the Indigenous Literacy Foundation, but what we didn't know was how much we would end up raising. The sales went through the roof with this one, and a second one is now currently in production. Entrepreneurs, visionaries, change makers, futurists, global leaders, educators, someone who wants to make a difference through your story. We are here for you. My team and I work with precision, hyper-focus, which is why we can produce your book quickly. We don't take shortcuts. Every book is made from the heart. We put as much passion, soul, and purpose into your story as you have in creating it. It doesn't matter who your audience is. If you're a writer for children, or you're a writer for education, leadership, or a memoir writer, your story does matter. It needs to be shared. It's your vision, it's your purpose, your legacy that is created from your heart. So let's talk about self-doubt, limiting beliefs, and procrastination. There are many reasons why we do this. We may simply not know what the next step may be. You may consider yourself not a writer, or you don't have the time to write. We have creatives who can support you with this, from ghostwriters to editors, designers and illustrators. We have the complete package for you. So please don't let self-doubt and limiting beliefs stop you from writing your story. You've seen how powerful they can be, from being added to school curriculums in support of change, to being accepted by UNICEF in their refugee programs, to being granted an ambassadorship, to changing parliamentary laws. We can support you every step of the way. But what happens if you don't take action? What happens if you choose not to bring your story to life? You will have less opportunities, less income, less impact, less influence. You will not be maximizing your full potential. What about your legacy, your dream, your authority? You want people to see you as being the one that they go to. If you don't take action, none of this will happen. Your book isn't just a book. It isn't just a story. It's who you are. It's your purpose, your gift. Your story may be that little act of giving in support of someone who may need to hear your words. Your words energize, grow new seeds, change perspectives. They are your blueprint. They build community trust. They teach others. It's generational impact, your legacy. It's your gift to yourself and others. Your book is your lead generation tool. Your story brings authority, inspires, gives impact. It guides others. You become someone else's lighthouse. Your story is your brand. So let's move on to what's involved in writing a book. Most think that producing a book is simple once the words have been written. You write it, format it, get the cover designed, get it printed, and then you celebrate your book baby. Easy, right? Not quite. There are all these factors and many more I haven't added in here. Like the back cover blurb, interviews, PR marketing, the foreword, plagiarism detection, AI detection, distribution, and so much more. There's the metadata, the SEO, categories, QR codes, subtitles. There is much involved in producing your story, your book. Fortunately for you, this is our point of expertise, and we support you every step of the way. So once you have your words on the page and you are ready to share it with the world, you must think like an entrepreneur. Once you have made the investment financially in yourself, you may be wondering how it is going to work for you. In thinking like an entrepreneur, you must consider things such as the cost of investing in yourself, taking action, and publishing your book. Here are a few little examples. You've produced a book and you have placed a recommended retail price of $24.95 on it. You sell 100 at your book launch. That's 2.5 back of your investment. You've sold 50 of your books as ebooks at $10 each. That's 500 of your investment back. Remember, one book has given you $3,000. Now here is the beautiful thing. Books are business cards. They are lead converters. Let's say, for example, you showcased your book at a speaking event. From this, you gain 20 clients into your program. Your program is priced at $2,500. One book, 20 clients, one program, $2,500 equals $50,000 in sales. Aren't you glad you invested in yourself? And on top of that, look at what media attention you have gained. Interviews, podcasts, TV spots, magazines. There are so many media outlets. You would be amazed at who will be approaching you once they know about your story. And here are just some other ways your story can serve you. You can be in masterminds, do additional speaking topics, give your book as a gift to clients that you already have. You could create inspirational cards from it, create a private members group, be able to give endorsements, do charity involvement. Maybe you might do a book series, sell from the stage. There is so much more that you can do with just your one story. So remember the costs if you don't take action, less opportunities, less income, and so forth. Your story, your book can grow your dynasty. Whilst others sit on the fence, being the 98% who don't finish their stories, you are building your empire through sharing yours. You don't have less opportunities, you have more. You have become the one people want to go to. You are creating a wait list while the 98% are still waiting. Your book, your words, your story will often change as you grow, and they will often outlive you. Your words will always be there, and you will always be someone's lighthouse. Your story isn't a trend, it's your legacy. Your story is your vision for now and the future you. Your story is building your empire. Your story is your gift to yourself and to others. It's your generational legacy. It's your purpose. Your story matters. Stories heal. Stories transform. Stories transcend across all ages. Stories have power and hold power. And I'd love to hear your story. Stories heal. Stories transform. Stories